Let's make a baked banana caramel pie. Alright, starting in the pot here, dropping in 60 grams of butter. This is also on a medium heat. We're going to be adding in lightly packed half a cup of brown sugar. And we just want to melt this all down and get the sugar nice and dissolved. Alright, so as you can see, the butter's all melted and the sugar is all melted as well. The sugar is mostly dissolved, but it's starting to come up to a simmer, so I'm going to keep stirring it for maybe another 10-15 seconds and then we'll set it aside to cool. So now you got something like this, the caramel's done. Next we want 250 grams of cream cheese. So this has been sitting out and is nice and soft. Add it to the bowl. We're just going to mix this at a medium speed until it's nice and fluffy. So after 2-3 minutes you should have something like this. I just use the same spatulas that I used for the caramel. It's all fine. It's all going to be mixed in together anyway. Here I got 1/4 cup of sour cream going in. Crack in 2 eggs. And if we had vanilla, I would add about a teaspoon of vanilla. Still don't have no vanilla, so we're just going to skip that. And we're going to add the caramel mixture that we just made. And back on a medium speed, we're just going to beat it until it's all nice and combined. Stopping halfway through to scrape it. And one thing I'm really excited about this as well is because this is my mum's recipe. I asked her for it. And this is like childhood memories for me. I don't know why. It's been too long since she last made it. She wasn't making it, so I thought I might as well will. And I thought I'd share it. So this is my first time making it, but it's, yeah, her recipe that she's always used. And it's always so good. So after a scrape, we'll just keep mixing it, well, beating it. Right, now that's all nice and smooth. We're going to set this aside and we'll start the base. So I'm using a glass pie dish because that's all I have. And for the base we want 250 grams of biscuits. I recommend the nice biscuits just because they do have a sugar coating, or any biscuits that does have the sugar coating. If not, just add like a tablespoon or 2 of sugar in with your base, but I need to do that because there's already sugar on these biscuits. I'm going to be using my trusty old little chopper because I don't have anything better to use, so just a few biscuits at a time in my situation. If you can just like beat it up with a rolling pin, or a food processor would be best. I don't have that, so I'm just going to work in small batches and chop it up using one of these pull string choppers. Oh shit. Hang on. I don't know, maybe I got it too many. Oh no, that wasn't improper. I'm just making a mess. Okay. Try that again. There we go. And you want it nice and chopped until it's nice and fine. Alright, I also forgot to put my oven on, but before starting this whole process, you definitely want to preheat your oven to 170 degrees Celsius fan force to get it nice and ready. Anyway, so biscuit crumbs are in here. I'm going to add in about a teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm just going to mix that all in. Actually, I'm just going to use my fingers. And this looks like a lot of crumbs because it is, but we are going to only be using 2/3 for the base. So now the cinnamon's all nice and mixed in. I got 125 grams of melted butter. That's all going to go in as well. And now I'm not going to use my hands. I'm going to use this just to get it all nice and mixed. Man, just the smell of this. I'm just so excited. Ah, it smells so good. Alright, I'm just going to roughly even it out. And then I'm going to take a bowl because we want to take 1/3 of this mixture out. So I'm just going to roughly say about this much. And this will be our topping as well. A nice crumb topping. That's plenty. And the rest of this, you just want to evenly pat it down on the base and work it up onto the sides as well. I might use my fingers for the sides. And it is a little fiddly and a little crumbly. You just want to have some patience and just work with it. Right, that looks pretty good to me. Now the fun part. Some very, very ripe, ready to go bananas. Alright, so I'm just going to do one banana at a time. I'm going to guess we'll probably want 2 in total. But yeah, we'll just do one at a time, see how far it goes. Because it all depends as well on how thick you want your slices to be. Which I don't know if I want like a good nice thickness or do really thin and kind of layer it. How do I want this? It's obviously however you would like. I think, I don't know, I'm just going to do it like this. So about 1/4 centimeter thick. They are pretty thin is how I'm going to do it. So yeah, pretty thin. Alright, and I'm going to start laying. I thought I would attempt to try and make this look pretty, which I feel like it's kind of failing, but it's okay. It's going to be covered up with our delicious caramel filling anyway. So now it's just a matter of getting it all nice and even, but it should be all good. Look how good that looks already. I'm so excited. Okay, 1 lemon here. You just want to lightly sprinkle the lemon juice over your banana slices. So I think that will be plenty, and I just saw a seed. Oopsies. I know. Oh, I know. Alright, got it. I think that was the only seed. Let's hope that was the only seed. And as well, we also want a heaped tablespoon, well, a semi-heaped tablespoon, because it's not packed in or anything, of brown sugar, just to sprinkle over the slices as well before we put in our filling. And now, slowly pour in our filling. Now I could have kept going, but I've noticed my walls wasn't high enough in some sections, so that's okay. The remaining biscuit crumbs, we're just going to lightly sprinkle on top. I honestly don't think I'm going to use this whole 1/3 there. I just got a handful here now. I think that's all I would use. I don't think I would use any more. Or maybe a pinch more. And that'll give us a nice crumbly, crunchy top. Right, so these are all of the crumbs I'm not going to end up using, but that's okay. So this is going to go into the oven for 60 to 70 minutes at 170 degrees Celsius. Alright, so it's been 55 minutes. I've just taken the pie out of the oven. It is slightly, I don't know if you can tell, but it is slightly jiggly. And it does have some little cracks in it, but that's perfectly fine, and it's also risen up. That's perfectly fine. We're going to leave it out here to cool completely to room temperature, so I'll probably give it like 3 or 4 hours, and then it has to go in the fridge for a further 12 to 24 hours. So unfortunately, this isn't dessert tonight. I was planning for it to be tonight, but we'll come back tomorrow. Alright, in my bowl here I got some thickened cream, 300 mils. I'm going to do about half of this, so about 150 mils. And we'll go, let's say 3 tablespoons of icing sugar. And we're just going to beat this all together until it's all nice and wet. Yum. Alright, so the pies came down to complete room temperature. It's been in the fridge for the last, I don't know, 3-4 hours. I'm too impatient, so we're going to put cream on top and serve it up. I'm using my little festive Christmas spatula too, because I haven't done my dishes from earlier. Whoops. Oh, and I forgot to show as well, but as it cools, it kind of sinks down a bit too. So you know when we took out the oven, how it was a bit risen? It's sunken down, which is very nice. And now we're going to make it pretty with putting some flake on top. This is completely optional as well. It's just, I had it, so I thought I might as well use it. So I used about half of the flake bar. Yum! Okay, let's cut into this. There we go. Right down the center. And to get nice clean cuts, we're going to wipe off the knife. Now, my only issue is I don't have a proper cake serving tool. Oh, you know what? I never lined this with baking paper. That would have been so much more easier. Oopsies. Let's see how we go. Oh, no, it's cracking. Oh, it's a little messy. But it's all good. It's going to taste the same. Yum. Definitely a little messy. I should have lined it with baking paper. I'm so excited. Okay, let's just try it. Let's just get a whole big bite of everything. So I can see, I know it's bad lighting, I'm so sorry. I can see the banana at the bottom, but it's not really picking up in the camera. It smells, oh my god, it smells like my childhood. Wow. Absolutely wow. The base is a little dark, but it works. Oh, that banana flavour. It's not overly caramelly, which I like. Wow. This is amazing. And that's set perfectly fine too, so pretty much this is Mum's recipe. She got it from like a really old cookbook, and she's made this for years and years and years. But she did change a couple of things, so I done the same thing that she done. And in the cookbook it just says to let it sit for that long, but I don't think you need to, so don't let it sit. Open up, well, you can obviously, but definitely no need to. Anyway, this is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please give it a big thumbs up if you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.